Wonka's a movie I've been looking forward to for a minute now, ever since I saw the first trailer. I know people have been kind of trepidatious about it because of the last Johnny Depp version of it, as well as, remakes are kind of hit or miss these days. So, would a Wonka movie work? Well, let's talk about it. Wonka is directed by Paul King, the same person who directed both Paddington movies, and what he does here is bring us to a brand new world of imagination, or I should say a prequel world of imagination, where we have Wonka, played by Timothée Chalamet, who's playing the young version of Wonka when he's first starting out his career selling chocolates in a particular city. But what he runs up against is three chocolate barons in the chocolate cartel who are all forming together to stop Wonka because his chocolates are so damn good. They're like, yo, we gotta get this boy out of here. Ain't no way this young boy gonna come up in here and mess up our chocolatey goodness. We got the money coming in, we got the funds, we shipping the product all over the city, you know what I'm saying? This young boy gonna try to come up here and sell his product on our corners? Nah, you gotta be kidding me. So we gonna buy off the police, right? And we gonna make sure that the police chief, played by Keegan-Michael Key, goes around and make sure that Wonka can't just sell his little product. He trying to sell ether, the ether version of chocolate, all through up and out the city, and we not finna have that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna shut this down. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna pack it, ship it, and push him out of here, right? So that is essentially our setup of this story. I found the story to be very endearing and very fun, but the world building here was one of the best parts of the movie. You have our higher class who are just blissfully unaware of all the things that are going on in the underground, who are just buying the chocolates, right? And then you have people who are just trying to make ends meet. What Paul King does is he does a great job forming this musical, and to be clear, this movie is a musical, and one of the best parts of this movie is all of the music. So Paul King succeeds there. There are several songs other than our main song of, World of Imagination, that are bangers. I also want to talk about certain performances that I think really stood out. Timothée Chalamet, who plays our lead, does an amazing job at translating this version of Willy Wonka. This Wonka is not the same one that we met in the original movie or the same one that we met in the Johnny Depp movie. This Wonka is very hopeful. But what makes the performance so rich is the fact that Timothée Chalamet is fully giving us the positivity vibes, fully giving us the holiday vibes. He's embracing the singing role. He doesn't look nervous. I don't even know if Timothée Chalamet can actually sing. Like, if we put him up on stage, he could belt like that. But in this movie, he did his damnness to sound good. And also I want to mention Elizabeth Coleman. She plays this terrible slumlord, and she is her awesome, witty self. She was really evil, but charming. She was terrible in terms of the character she played. And, I couldn't get enough of her at the same time, even though I was disgusted by her. That means that she did her job. Keegan-Michael Key is funny as hell in this movie. And I thought that he did a really good job at playing this chocolate-addicted police chief who was pretty much getting paid off in chocolate. Not money. Never money. I want chocolate. That's how I want to be paid. That chocolate starts to affect him in ways in which chocolate would affect someone who seemed to purely have a chocolate diet. Yeah, he's great in this movie too. Calah Lane. She plays Wonka's partner. I was going to call her a sidekick. She's not a sidekick. She's a major part of Willy Wonka's operation. And I thought that she carried herself so well in this role. I'm wondering if it's her first role, because if it is, it's super impressive. And I will be remiss to not mention all of our Cocoa cartel bosses. Matt Lucas, Matthew Baton, and Paterson Joseph kill it in these roles. Specifically, Paterson Joseph, the leader of the cartel bosses. And he was so good at being devious. Overall, yeah, man, all the performances are pretty phenomenal. So I'm going to give this movie 4 sparks. It's one of my favorite films of the year so far. It's happy, it's zappy, it's all things but crappy. I don't know why I'm rhyming. I just saw a musical. Please forgive me. Overall, this movie is great. I cried at the end of the movie. There's a very particular scene, which I will not spoil, where the situation and the music hits so well at the exact same time that I literally had tears streaming down my face. It was so good. Do I recommend this movie? Obviously I do. Go see it. Take your kids. It's very kid friendly. It's probably kid tested and mother approved. If you're from my area, you probably know exactly what that is and what that means. Go and have some chocolatey fun. Let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.